Consumers are experiencing significant price hikes for various vegetables and kitchen spices before the year-end holidays. Key commodities such as cabbage, potatoes, chilies, shallots, and garlic have seen steep increases ranging from 15,000 rupiah to 20,000 rupiah per kilogram. Shallots that were previously sold at 30,000 rupiah per kilogram are now at 40,000 rupiah per kilogram, while garlic has risen from 35,000 rupiah to 45,000 rupiah per kilogram. Similarly, curly chilies have doubled from 20,000 rupiah to 40,000 rupiah per kilogram, and super hot chili now costs 40,000 rupiah per kilogram, up from 30,000 rupiah, while green chilies have soared from 35,000 rupiah to 50,000 rupiah per kilogram. The public is hoping that the government will stabilize prices and ensure access to essential goods at reasonable prices.
Cabai merah, cabai rawit, cabai oren. Kalau untuk bawang udah hampir sebulan ini loh naiknya. Ya cuaca ekstrim mas. Selain itu juga menjelang Imlek, Natal, Tahun Baru. Kemungkinan besar juga kayaknya naik terus ini mas, naik lagi. Ya jelas omset kita menurun ya mas ya, karena mereka juga mengurangi pembeliannya gitu.
Okay, that's all the business updates for this episode. But after the break, we will return with our first talk show of the day. So stay tuned to the C Morning Show.
Solar ini dari Indonesia, khususnya dari Sulawesi Selatan dan Tenggara, terus dari Maluku sampai ke Raja Ampat, Papua.
Untuk mama sendiri atau polypterus ini dia itu cukup hardy sih. Jadi untuk range airnya sendiri bisa toleransi agak jauh. Jadi mungkin beberapa ikan cuma bisa di pH basah atau cuma bisa di pH asam. Dia bisa di pH sekitar 5 sampai 8 itu dia masih oke.
Di sini saya pikir wah ternyata kami bisa merasa nyaman dengan hunian tradisional itu yang tidak perlu AC.
Sebenarnya karena kita di negara tropis gitu ya, maka rumah ini pasti otomatis harus arsitekturnya juga tropis gitu ya.
Fungsi hunian itu bagi saya adalah tempat kita ingin kembali, di mana di dalam rumah itu kita merasakan nyaman, merasakan bahagia, mungkin dari sekarang hingga sampai kita tua nanti.
We have the latest global economy and business trends.
U.S. Federal Reserve on Thursday slashed interest rates by 25 basis points.
And astute analyses from experts on the current economic dynamics.
We see right here the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped to 159.
Tune in to See Today Business live at 12:30 p.m. every Monday to Thursday and at 1 p.m. on Fridays.
As the host of this year's summit, President of Brazil, President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, closed the Group of 20 or G20 summit on Tuesday and handed over the presidency to South Africa.
Depois da presidência sul-africana, todos os países do G20 terão exercido pelo menos uma vez a liderança do grupo. Será um momento propício para avaliar o papel que desempenhamos até agora e como devemos atuar daqui em diante.
At first glance, we see their face like a cat and their body like a bear. We will get to know more about bearcat or what we usually know as binturong.
Awal tertarik karena saya melihat bebeknya itu kok warnanya unik, lucu gitu. Kalau dilihat itu lucu banget gitu.
Kalau boleh saya bilang itu unggas tercantik di dunia mas. Karena dia ketika mekar, bulunya cantik sekali.
I'm Dr. Lisa Chimes, and as an emergency vet,
all right, sweetie,
I've dedicated my life to saving animals' lives.
Look at your messy face.
Now I'm venturing out of the hospital to raise awareness about animal welfare and give mistreated and abandoned pets a new start in life. I'm going to match each orphan with a loving family, one pet at a time.
is our discussion next. It's because we're going to talk about hybrid training, right? Something you're familiar with, right, Tom?
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm really into it now.
Tommy is a runner. He runs, and you know nowadays there's actually a lot of running. Would you say competition? Almost like every week or every month. There's 5K, there's 10K, there's half marathon, or even a full marathon, and we want to know what is exactly hybrid training and how this can help our performance in running, right, Tom?
Yes, correct, Marisa. And today we are diving into that topic that's perfect for all your fitness enthusiasts and runners out there. And we are talking about hybrid training, which is a powerful way to boost your running performance, build strength, and prevent injuries.
Yes, and that's why today we have a fitness coach and also Lelarian founder, Joshua Astana. Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Have you here, Joshua?
Go on, Tom.
All right,
This is
first of all, because we talked before on air. So, okay, what is hybrid training for start?
Okay, so actually hybrid training itself is a concept that is, I wouldn't say that it's new, but it's fairly new to us runners. Maybe it started like post-pandemic, when running has become increasingly popular amongst, us right now. So essentially, hybrid training is training across different disciplines to improve overall body performance.
Overall body performance.
Yeah.
How did people train before as a runner? And what makes it different now with hybrid training?
Okay, like maybe because people said that running is the easiest form of exercise.
I don't think so.
No, because essentially you just need, you don't need any equipments.
Yes,
you just need the shoes and you get out of your house and you run the miles.
That's true.
But then when you want to achieve something more out of it, that's where the tweaks happen. You have to have a training plans. You need to train certain types of trainings in order to achieve the ultimate performance that you want.
Yes.
So I think previously people don't realize that. They just run.
They just run. So basically, they just run even without training.
Yeah, I think
that actually happened to me. For my first year, I focused only on techniques, my miles. But then after that, my coach actually advised me, come on, Tom, you have to learn more other than running to build my muscle and everything, because I have to protect my ankle, for example. So maybe, can you explain more about how do we improve to overall performance based on hybrid training?
Okay. So like when you running is mostly cardio.
Correct.
Cardiovascular exercises. Yes. But then when you run, you don't only use your legs, you also use your upper body.
Really?
The swings. The swings of the arms. And in order for you to be able to stabilize yourself across like 42 kilometers, like for the full marathons, you need to be able to have a strong core and a strong legs and a strong upper backs and a strong arms to support everything that happens during the course of that 42 kilometers. So that's why the idea of hybrid training comes in handy. Yeah, so you need to train in your entire body, you need to train the entire performance in order to achieve that goal, which is to reach the 42 kilometers safe and sound.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the principle behind it, actually.
I did not know that. I did not know about core. I did not know about the strength of your back that you need to train. Well, how do you swing correctly, by the way? I always tend to because people run differently, right?
Exactly,
Like even on the treadmill, I sort of like,
Sometimes I do
that
like
way.
both arms, to the left or
like
right.
this,
Sometimes it's like this or like this.
Yeah. So actually, we don't really, I mean like every human body is unique.
Yes.
And people run according to what they feel the most comfortable is.
Okay.
Yeah, when they feel
the most comfortable may not be the right one though.
Exactly. So there's always the like the correct pattern to do things, but in running and in basically in all sports, you need to be able to cater yourself according to the biomechanics of your own body.
Right, and how
Yeah.
do we do that?
With coaches.
Ah.
Yeah, you need to enroll yourself in
Yes.
trainings with a running coach,
Mhm.
so they can correct your form, your posture, and how you run. Because usually it's not because that you cannot do it, it's just you don't do it correctly. You have the power inside your body, but the power is not translated well into your muscles, into your legs, into your body.
Yeah.
So it limits your ability to do things.
So let's dissect the body parts that you said that we have to train, right? When we are about to do a run or a competition. Let's start with the legs first because that's the most natural one.
Exactly.
What kind of exercises that we need to do to strengthen the muscles of our legs?
Okay, the first and foremost would be strength training for the legs to strengthen the muscles, to achieve hypertrophy or the enlargement of the muscles, because the
How
more,
do we do that?
Like squats.
Squats?
Lunges. Lunges.
Lunges?
Like Tommy must do like squats and lunges
Yeah,
every day at the gym or anything.
Yeah.
So that's the basic things that your legs actually need in order to grow muscles and in order to withstand impact. Because running itself is an impact.
Right.
It impacts your joints and your muscles.
Yes.
And we should direct all the impacts not to your joints but to your muscles. Because if the impact comes absorbed by your joint, it could cause injury.
That's correct.
Speaking of injuries, what kind of consequences for people who don't care about doing more work other than running?
Okay. Like, we're talking about us, not athletes, but we are recreational runners.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We love running because it's a hobby for us. And it's not something that we do for a living.
Yes.
So actually, we want to do this for as long as we want.
Yes. Yeah.
And for those who don't care about running safely, running correctly, they will not be able to do it for
a long time. Because they will have knee injuries. And
they will
all
be
that.
prone to injuries.
Yes.
Like the most common form of injuries in runners is like shin splints, or like knee pains, ankle pains,
cramps.
Cramps. Well, cramps is
because I have
it's
this a couple
inevitable.
times.
When you run 42 kilometers, you will experience cramps once in a while.
Yes.
But what happens after the cramps? Whether your muscles can still withstand the rest of the miles? It all comes to what you do before you run.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So, like for example, doing squats. You said squats and lunges,
Yes.
right? Okay, I wanna pick up on this.
All right.
Because you underlined earlier how important it is to do it correctly.
Okay.
Can you teach me how to do it?
Come on, Josh, show us.
Like this or squats
heels?
correctly. Okay, I know because we're not doing it in here.
Okay.
How do we do it, Joshua? Come
So
on.
when you do squats,
I'm gonna
basically
show
you need
from
to open your legs slightly wider.
Slightly wider than our shoulders.
Wider than our shoulders.
Okay.
You need to be able to dive deep into your hips and legs.
Yeah.
Push your hips back.
Push the hips back.
Feel it on your quads.
Oh yes, I'm feeling it here.
Yeah. And you put your arms like this in the front and go up.
Up.
Yeah. So you will not you are not supposed to feel anything on your lower back.
Yes.
And on your knees.
It has to be here.
Yes,
so you
because
have to
we
feel
don't put pressures on joints and bones. We put pressures. We put everything
On the
it has,
muscle.
on the muscle.
Right. So you
So
have to feel the spiciness on the muscle.
Exactly.
On the
So when you
thighs.
go like this,
Come on, somebody take a picture of this. This pose is very attractive. Come on.
I think we can do it like 40 times.
40 times.
Yeah.
40 times.
40
Come on,
times.
Marisa.
Okay. 1.
Okay.
Two.
But you feel it right in your quads.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the
So
quads.
if you feel it in your muscles, it means that you are on the right track.
What about lunges? Because oftentimes, like, Sometimes I do flimsy lunges, right? So I don't know whether it's right or wrong, you know?
So the right way to do lunges actually is to split your legs wide, like this. And making sure that the back heels are always lifted and not touching the floor. So if the back heels still can touch the floor like this, it means that you are not, you know, like splitting your legs wide enough.
Right.
Yeah. So like in this position, the hips are squared with the body.
Square with the body.
And you activate your core.
Activate the core. How do we activate the core? Like
it's like
breathing in.
Yeah, it's like breathing in. It's not holding your breath.
Right.
But there's a small sense of brace.
Yeah, tightness.
Yeah,
tightness.
Yeah. But it's like a mild brace.
Yeah.
Right.
Your lower tummy, right?
Exactly. And when the setup is correct, you can just lower your body like this and go up. And again, you're not supposed to feel anything in your knees or in your ankles.
Where do you feel it?
It's in the glutes.
Glutes.
At the back and the thighs.
The right thigh.
The right thighs and also the left thighs.
Okay.
Yeah. So the entire planes of the muscles in your legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the indicator, right? If you do it correctly, you will feel the spiciness on your thighs and also glutes when you're doing the lunges. Thank you. That's great. Now I know. Now I'm going to put my shoes on again.
Okay. Well, Marissa is wearing shoes. Okay, well, you mentioned about how we actually practice or train our muscles here. But how about flexibility and mobility?
Yeah.
Can you
That's
explain
a whole
more on that?
different realm.
Okay.
Right.
Like
yoga, Pilates?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's actually the principle of hybrid training itself.
Yes.
As I mentioned, hybrid training is the training that incorporates multiple disciplines to achieve overall performance.
Yes.
So you don't only train cardio, because in our body we have lots of aspects, not only cardio but also strength, power, flexibility, mobility. So flexibility is actually the ability of your muscles to stretch. Mobility is the ability of your joints to move. So that's two different things but complements each other. And it's very important because when you run, you're using your entire body. So you need to be able to move right and to flex and to be mobile.
So that means what kind of exercise do you think? Yoga, Pilates?
Yoga, Pilates, or the most simple ones, but people don't usually do it, is like stretching after run. Yeah. So usually when you finish your run, you just press stop and then chit-chat with your friends and all. You forgot your stretching. Yeah, so that's very important.
Stretching before and stretching after.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about equipments, right?
Yes.
Like your shoes.
Ah.
I just love it. They look so squishy.
We talk a lot about shoes before.
Yeah, we talk about shoes before.
But not this one.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, as I said, when you run, running is actually the easiest form of exercise because you only need your body.
Yeah.
But then when you want to achieve something great, you need to tweak things up a little bit, and one of it being shoes. Like in running, actually, different menu, different runs will require different shoes.
Seriously, like 5K different, 10, half marathon and marathon?
Yeah, I mean like for daily runs, when you train on a daily basis, you typically need shoes with thicker outsoles.
Outsoles?
Yeah, this part.
Okay. Yeah. That's regular running, is thicker outsoles?
Yeah, thicker outsoles to provide support.
Okay.
And to provide, to minimize fatigue over long miles.
Right.
When you do speed trainings, like
interval,
fartleks, you typically need something that is less supportive.
Yes.
Because you want as minimum help as possible, so you can train your legs better. Because speed training is meant to like shock the muscles, and to ask them to grow. So instead of having lots of support from the shoes, you remove some of the support.
So for example, less carbon.
We don't usually use carbon at all.
At
for
all.
speed.
All right, okay.
So if you can achieve top speed without carbon, imagine what you can achieve during race day.
Yes.
When you use shoes with carbon plates.
Yes.
And we have race day shoes. So like this one
This one is
the
race
one that
day
I use. It's
shoes.
race day shoes.
It's full carbon plated, right?
It's full carbon
What
plated.
is carbon plated, Tom?
Okay, let him explain.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is
carbon,
it inside or
yeah, carbon plate is infused inside the shoes
I see.
across the toe up until the heels.
Okay.
So it helps to propel your legs forward and to help you to achieve greater miles.
Speed, yes.
Yeah, achieve greater speed.
Get it. Alrighty.
And to, like, improve your performance.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is race day shoes,
Yes.
right? Okay.
So,
But race day can be full or half or maybe what kind
No
of
carbon.
percentage of carbon?
yeah, some shoes have half carbon only.
Yes,
Like
yes.
only from the midsoles
Yeah.
up to the toe box.
Right.
But if you want to maximize the effect on the carbon plate shoes,
Yes.
then it's best to have the full,
entire.
full carbon.
But only for someone who run fast, like faster than 7 or 6.
Exactly.
pace,
Yeah.
right?
Like carbon plate is carbon plate in itself is a burden to your palm.
to the sole of your feet.
To the palm of the feet.
Okay.
If you're running in a slow pace.
I see. See, it's like so many technicalities.
So when you run on a slower
Yeah.
pace,
Yeah.
we don't typically recommend you to use
Carbon
carbon-plated
plate.
shoes because it will not help you to go faster.
Yeah.
It will make you slower
I
because
see.
you will get fatigued faster.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of fatigue, recently I saw, I was not running, of course. I was just interested
Maybe you can
in
ask.
knowing my friends who run. How do we maintain our run? Like, for example, I saw the marathoners and they just ran 42 kilometers, right? In 2 hours. And I'm like, how? And how do you maintain that energy? I mean, so what sort of training do we need to increase or maintain our endurance?
Okay. Marathoner?
Go on.
Well, first of all, you have to do the miles, right?
Exactly.
You have to
Yeah.
train from 10 to 15, and then you have to reach the peak, right?
Exactly.
And then you have to taper down
Yeah.
before the race,
So
right?
actually for the marathon training plans,
Yes.
usually it consists of like 12 to 16 weeks
Yes.
of training.
12, so 4 months, 3 to 4
3
months.
to 4 months, yeah.
When you say training, is it every day or are there rest days?
It typically have different menus, but yeah, you need to do it consistently.
Like
On the
4
days
days?
that you're not...
4 days a week, maybe?
Yeah, on the days that you're not running, it doesn't mean that you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You need to do something that complements your training, such as stretching or strength training
Yeah.
or swimming to improve your cardiovascular performance
Really?
without putting too much tension on your body. Yeah,
Yes.
swimming is also one of the ways to improve your VO2 max.
What is VO2 max?
VO2 max. Okay. It's something that I read from the watch.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but you can explain it. The VO2 max is actually, yeah.
VO2 max is actually your lung capacity. Yeah, the capacity of your lung to include oxygens
I see.
inside your blood.
So the more our
The-
lungs are able to do that, the better our endurance is.
Because the more your lung can accommodate air, oxygen, it means that it can deliver oxygen better to your body. Therefore, you don't need to beat, your heart doesn't need to beat very fast.
Yes.
And therefore, you don't have to, get
Hyperventilated.
Yes.
Like,
and your heart, because the most common problem for runners to give up during
Yes,
the race
yes.
is their heart rate becomes way too high.
too high.
too high.
What is way too high? 100 and what?
Depends of the age, right?
Depends of the age,
Okay,
yeah.
if you're
We
in
typically
40?
divide the heart rates into zones.
Yes.
Like above zone 4 or
Yeah.
zone 5,
Yes.
it's considered
high.
Yeah, very high. Like
Very high.
above 170, 180.
Okay.
And if you do it across 21 miles, 21 kilometers, then it's very dangerous for you.
Okay.
And it's quite hard for me because I'm in my 40s, right? My VO2 max is only reached 47, 48. It's hard to go 50. So how do I boost that?
Interval.
Interval, all right, okay, good one. Okay, interval is like a speed runner. You do it like, what do you call it? Every kilometers, right? Not kilometers.
You do, it's like a high intensity interval training.
Oh,
so, yeah, interval, as the name suggests, you run for a certain kilometers, a certain meters, and then you stop.
Yeah.
You come to a complete stop and you walk for a certain minutes and then you run again at the maximum capacity.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I normally do it in 15 minutes, for example, in total.
Yeah. So actually the science behind it is that when you do strength training on your muscles, you do like 8 reps in one arm and then you break and then you do another 8 reps with additional weights, right?
Yes.
So in a sense that our heart is also a muscle.
Yes.
You cannot lift weights with your hearts. So the ways to make your heart and your lung capacity bigger is to shock the muscles. And that's where interval training
That is so fascinating.
Come on, join us, Marissa.
Yeah, there's so much science behind running. So much technical training that you have to do. Thank you so much, Joshua. I'm
Thank you so much.
enlightened.
Enlightened.
Yes.
Don't do only running, do other stuff as well.
Do other stuff as well. That's right.
So far, I've only done Pilates, yoga, and swimming. Maybe I need to do other things, right?
Awesome. Let's do that, Marissa.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Joshua, thank you so much for today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for your insights. And again, we have to set for another break. When we come back, we'll bring you more stories from around the world. So stay here on the C Morning Show only on See Today.
It's going to be an amazing Christmas because